Okay, I got cut 20 seconds there, so let me be fast. Diplomacy and technology, that tension didn't begin with WikiLeaks. It started at the dawn of the prior information age, 100 years ago, when, while the rest of the world was moving to the disruptive technology of the day, we were still using diplomatic notes, wax-sealed diplomatic notes. And the results, while everybody else was using this new technology of telephone or telegraph, and we were moving at the snail mail pace of wax-sealed diplomatic notes and face-to-face conversations, the impact was tragic. As the philosopher George Santayana said, those who forget the past are condemned to repeat it. Did we learn? Let's fast forward. While you were geeking out over your Bondi blue iMac, we at the State Department had learned, well, we hadn't learned. We were keeping Wang computer on life support. Seriously, they're in Chapter 11. But we learned, our wake-up call was 1998, when the two bombings in East Africa, and following that, 9/11. Coming out of that, the State Department realized understanding, harnessing the information we have internally was necessary, and the Office of eDiplomacy was born. Really, basically, we are to take the State Department from that need-to-know culture, keep it locked down and siloed, to a need-to-share culture. A tremendous challenge in the oldest federal agency where it's risk-averse. Benefit of having no money is we went to off-the-shelf open-source solutions. This allowed us to iterate quickly, it allowed us to test very fast, and it allowed us to move from one platform to the other without worrying about how much we'd already had invested. We also went to the gurus and rock stars to test our assumptions, question what we were doing, find out what else was out there that we should be taking on board, and that has helped us keep plugged into you and the community on the outside. What we did is built Diplopedia. Think about a command and control organization allowing the newbie to put up a piece of information that everybody in the organization can read. That was tremendous. We also have blog-based communities. These cut through information silos and allow information to be shared not just where it's supposed to be shared, but where anybody in the organization can see it. We have over 100 of these blog-based communities. More recently, we helped launch the Sounding Board. It's an ideation platform that allows what would have been in the past water cooler conversation, where an idea would die, to become reality, where the person with the idea and the person with the ability to implement that idea and the person to refine it could find each other. More recently, we've also launched Corridor. This is a professional networking platform behind the firewall. It allows serendipity to become routine. Now, I am not bound only by the people I personally know to be able to share and identify expertise. We've also launched right here, 2 years ago, Secretary Clinton at NYU, the Virtual Student Foreign Service. This allows students to plug into embassies around the world and help collaborate. And soon we'll have a microtasking platform that they'll be able to use. We also have tech camps, which brings together technologists and foreign policy and civil society organizations, and really tries to find those pain points that lend themselves to making a more resilient civil society through the use of technology. Noel Dickover's around. He can help out and talk more about that. Surprisingly, other folks have found out what we were doing, and it's been incredibly surprising to us that they've reached out to see how they could take the model and the lessons that we've learned and benchmark against them. But let's be honest, the watchword of the day in the State Department is not need to share. We have a long way to go. We're the little guy. It would not take much to erase all the good progress we've made. So how do we ensure that the future is bright? Well, we depend on you. You, the community of the Personal Democracy Forum, need to goad us, need to guide us, and when you're inspired, give us a shout out. Thanks. Thank you.